And what's going on, guys? Minicall here, coming at you with another video. This one, as the video is titled, is just more or less kind of things I wish I would have done a little differently as far as my first run in Dark Dimension 4. And yeah, so we'll talk about that, some things I've learned, and yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. So first and foremost, Khaleesi is kind of midway through Dark Dimension 4. I've been kind of held up for the cosmic nodes, so I'm pretty much right at the more or less kind of the halfway point. After Cosmic, will become City, and then City goes into Legendary, and then we will finish up. So kind of some things that I have learned is basically I made one kind of crucial error at the very beginning. And that was my initial team that I did bring into Dark Dimension 4. And while the team itself was structurally sound, and I mean, they made really quick work of the nodes, they actually went through the nodes too quickly, if that makes sense. And kind of what I've run into is that I finish a section, and then I basically have to wait to gear up the next section. And I've currently, I want to say it's been about a week, maybe 2 weeks, since I have been waiting to start the cosmic section. Now I am getting closer. I only need one more character to take into the cosmic section. So you'll see here, I just have to bring up Longshot, and he is just 4 little of these superior, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but he is just 4 away from getting that to 18. And that'll get him to G15. So I've got kind of a couple avenues if they don't randomly pop up in the store. The first one being a daily rewards. Where is it? For the Lunar Festival. So I will get 9 of those in 2 more days. Another option is through RTA. And then my last option, obviously, is in the store. So kind of what I did, and I think what my problem was, my initial batch of characters that I brought in was Phoenix. I brought in Thanos. And then I think I also brought in Baron Zemo, Ghost, and Yellow Jacket. And those were my initial 5. And I'm going to switch on over now over to Minicall's account and basically talk about why I think that was actually a poor decision on my end, and why it's kind of created this gear crunch. And I'm not actually noticing the same gear crunch on Dracarys. And Dracarys is actually quickly catching up to Khaleesi as far as Dark Dimension 4 goes. So what I want to talk about is basically the initial team that you bring into DD4 is really going to kind of determine how your playthrough goes through. For those of you that are already in Dark Dimension 3, it's not the same beast where, you are going to be stuck on nodes for weeks, or it's going to take a month to do a node. A lot of the nodes, they are not designed to basically combat Phoenix, which is the big problem with Dark Dimension 3. So the nodes kind of go at a normal pace, and you just kind of gradually progress through them. So mind you, I've certainly talked about different teams you can take in, and can certainly go more in depth with that. But this is basically kind of more of a umbrella and kind of more of a blanket statement as far as like what your first team composition should look like. That way you are not running out of gear, and you're basically not waiting to get further into Dark Dimension 4. You never want to kind of have like halted progress. So what I would suggest is kind of going in with just teams of 4. And that's kind of the first big problem that I made on Khaleesi. And, I was going in and I wanted to have like 5 characters. So even though, I finished the unrestricted section and I started the global, I brought in a 5th global character. And I don't think that was necessarily necessary, because on Dracarys, I've been doing the global nodes with just 4 characters, and I'm progressing through just fine. So having one less character to build up certainly frees up some more gear. So obviously, in order to start Dark Dimension 4, you need 5 characters just to start. And what I would suggest kind of you doing is choosing 4 global characters. That way you can kind of just keep progressing through global. And then for your fifth character, actually bring in a cosmic character. And the reason I suggest cosmic is because that's going to be your next set of nodes. So while you're progressing through the first 6 nodes, you have time to build up 3 other cosmic characters. Once you have your 3 cosmic characters built up, you can start working towards your city characters. Once those 4 city characters are worked up, you can start building on your legendaries. And again, try to take in 4. So what I would suggest is, for that first run, just kind of go in with teams of 4, obviously, except for the first 3 nodes, because you do need 5 characters just to start DD4. And I think this would really kind of free up some of your initial resources. Over the course of the run for the global, cosmic, city, and legendary section, bringing in 1 less character, it may not sound like a lot, but 4 characters, on average, most characters need anywhere between 50 to 70 pieces of the G15s. So, you're talking about, saving almost 280 G15 mats for that first run. I think things are definitely going to be progressing a little bit smoother. So, just to kind of go what Minnie's plan is. Initially, I've chosen as my 3 global characters that I really like, and I think they have phenomenal synergy together, is going to be Stature, Ghost, and Yellow Jacket. My other global character that I'm planning to bring in, just because he is a different gear requirement, is going to be Baron Zemo, and he is a skill character, so, he doesn't really share gear with anyone that, I plan on taking in. And then for my 5th, I plan to bring in Silver Surfer, and he will kind of start my cosmic team. Following Silver Surfer, also planning to bring up, and again, it'll depend kind of on gear, but Corvus Glaive, who is skill as well, Hela, who is mystic, and then Longshot and Shatterstar. And that'll all kind of depend on gear. Obviously, that is 5 characters, and I also have Minerva here kind of in backup. So basically, whatever 4 characters I can bring up first is the ones I'm planning. So we'll see. I like to have kind of characters in reserve. That way, you're working towards different gear requirements, and you're not getting stuck just waiting for, say, a Mystic character. So once I get that Cosmic team up and running, I'm going to go with my City team. And the 3 staples of the City team are definitely going to be Symbiote Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, and then Scream. And then I think for my 4th, I'm going to bring in Multiple Man. I think he's going to add a lot of survivability. If for some reason I'm a little short on mutant gear, I also have White Tiger and Night Nurse kind of as a backup. Night Nurse being skill, and White Tiger being mystic. And then once I kind of get into the city section, hopefully I will have some legendary characters on mini-call, and I can then pick out my legendaries. But I think that's kind of the biggest regret I have on Khaleesi in planning Dark Dimension 4, is that I was going for teams of 5, even after starting like the global section. I started it with 4, and then I built up a 5th character, and now I'm finding that I really could have used that gear better on a cosmic character and started cosmic at least 2 weeks earlier. So that's my big kind of regret / I guess learning curve, and I just wanted to pass that along to you guys. So what I would really suggest is, with that initial team, just bring in, the 5 characters. Ideally, 4 global and 1 cosmic character. If you're not able to bring in 4 global, I would say, try to do 3 global and 2 cosmic, and then you can kind of work on a 4th global character while you're doing those unrestricted nodes. But that's going to be it for this video. So if you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everyone is having a good week, and hope you are having a good one, and take it easy.